Claire lives at home with her mum, stepdad, her big sister Lauren and her little sister Louise.
What to do if someone is touching you in a way you don't like? This is Claire's story.
Claire is very unhappy. Her stepdad has been touching her in a way she doesn't like. He's told her that it's their secret, and if she tells anyone, he will hurt her. Claire is so unhappy that she tells her friend Anne at school. She asks Anne to promise that she won't tell anyone. Anne knows that this is the wrong thing to do. Her mum has told her not to keep secrets and to tell an adult if someone is being hurt. Anne tells her mum about what is happening to Claire, and her mum phones the police. A police officer and social worker come to see Claire. Claire doesn't want to tell them anything. She's scared that her stepdad will hurt her. She gets very upset and tries to leave. Robbie, the police officer, and Sarah, the social worker, are very patient. After a while, Claire calms down and tells them what has been happening to her. Robbie and Sarah speak to Claire's sisters, Lauren and Louise. They also tell them that their stepdad has touched them in a way they didn't like. The sisters are taken to see a special doctor who works with children who have been hurt. The doctor has to look at Claire's whole body, even her private parts, because her stepdad had touched her there. This can be embarrassing, but it is a good way to check that you're okay. The doctor also examines Claire's sisters in the same way. Sarah, Robbie and the doctor don't think it's safe for the girls to go home to live with their mum and stepdad. They think it would be safer for them to go to live somewhere else, but they can't just take the girls away. Sarah and Robbie speak to Claire's mum and stepdad, who say that nothing has been happening to the girls. But Robbie and Sarah believe that the girls are telling the truth and think that the girls would be safer living away from home just now. But they can't make that decision themselves. They have to go to court to ask the sheriff, who's a wise person like a judge, to make an order called a child protection order. That will allow the girls to go somewhere safe to live until more can be found out about what's been happening to them. Sarah takes them to a safe place to live for a while. The child protection order only lasts for a short time, and so a special meeting is arranged called a children's hearing. This is where all of the information about what has happened to you is discussed, and along with you and your parents, the meeting decides what should happen next to keep you safe. A person called the children's reporter arranges this meeting and makes sure that everything is done properly. After a while, the meeting is over. Claire and her sisters won't be going back to live with their mum and stepdad. Their stepdad isn't allowed to see the girls or get in touch with them. This makes the girls feel safe. Claire and Louise go to live with a foster carer called Rosie. Rosie has a dog called Sparky. The girls share a bedroom. Sometimes Sparky shares too. The girls trust Rosie. They can talk to her, and she helps them to feel safe. Lauren goes to live with a different foster family. She's happy and safe there too. Sometimes Claire goes to speak to a special counsellor. The counsellor's trained to help children who have had problems like Claire and her sisters. Claire and Louise still see their sister Lauren. They meet up often for fun days out together. If someone is hurting you or touching you in a way you don't like, tell someone you trust. It's important that you get help. Claire got help for her and her sisters, and they're so much happier now.